Hello again, this is second example for factoring. I have 10x squared plus 11x minus 6. My goal is to factor this beautiful trinomial. Again, our trick is to break down the 11x into two different terms. So instead of having three terms, I want to make this as four terms and then factor by grouping. And the trick is, I'm going to multiply the a times c. 10 times negative 6, they give me negative 60. So I'm going to use my diamond problem. I'm going to put negative 60 here. And then the b would be the sum, which is positive 11. I'm going to write here just for you to know this is the AC and this is b. And my goal is to search for two numbers that I don't know him with the product of negative 60 and the sum of positive 11. And again, because the product is a negative number, I know I will have to have one number negative and one number is positive. But the sum is positive. That means the positive number is more than the negative number by 11. Pick any two numbers that one of them is more than the other by 11. Let's say 12 and 1, right? So if I put here 12, which is positive 12, and here is negative 1. I know if you combine negative 1 and positive 12, that will give you positive 11. So that's good. But let's try the multiplication. Negative 1 times 12 give me, doesn't work, right? So I'm going to cancel these two numbers. I'm going to move up one number. Keep the difference as 11. Is it right? So how about negative 2 and positive 13? Because I know if you combine negative 2 and positive 13, it's still equivalent to 11. But negative 2 times 13 doesn't give you negative 60. So these are not my numbers. Let's move up again. So I'm going to use negative 3 and positive 14. Still will give me the answer as 11. It doesn't work, right? Just you can jump two numbers. How about negative 5? I want it to be 11. Is it right? I'm going to make this here 16. Again, 5 times 16 is not the right answer. Is it right? But how about we skipped one, which is negative 4 and 15. These are my two numbers because negative 4 and 15 still give me 11. But if you multiply negative 4 and positive 15, they give you negative 60. So the two numbers I'm going to use is negative 4 and 15. What I'm going to do, I'm going to break down the positive 11x into negative 4x plus 15x. Again, order doesn't matter. You can do it either way. I'm going to rewrite this as 10x squared plus 15x minus 4x minus 6. Again, I'm not changing the value. I'm just breaking down the 11x into 15x minus 4. Now I'm going to factor by grouping. I'm going to take the first two terms together, and then I'm going to make this here together, but I'm going to put plus in the middle because you have negative 4 is a negative number. I'm not multiplying, I'm just adding. It's all added. Is it right? Now find the greatest common factor for the first group. Start with the numbers first. You have 10 and 15. What the greatest number can go into 10 and 15? That would be 5. Because I know I can divide 10 by 5 and I can divide 15 by 5. All right, and how about the x? Take the least exponent, so I'm going to use just x. For x and x squared, I'm going to take x. Now just find what's missing here, what's left over. That will happen by dividing. Start dividing. 10 divided by 5 give you 2, because 2 times 5 is 10. And x squared divided by x give you x, because x times x is x squared. And now I'm going to divide 15x by 5x. 15 divided by 5, that will give you 3. And x divided by x is 1 times 3 is still 3. I'm hoping to get 2x plus 3 again here. Is it right? So that means I'm on the right track. Let's start. Well, I see that you see here the 3 is positive, but the negative 6 is negative. So that means the greatest common factor I have to take out of here has to be a positive number. I have to take a negative number so I can keep a positive number. So for 4 and 6, the greatest number can go into 4 and 6 is 2. Is it right? So I'm going to use it as negative 2. Because when you divide negative by negative, that gives you positive. This is my guide. I want to make sure I'm going to get 2x plus 3 again here. Is it right? Okay. And again, The x is in one term only, so I'm not going to use x as a common factor. Now let's divide. Negative 4x divided by 2 by negative 2. Negative divided by negative is positive, and 4 divided by 2 is 2. And x divided by nothing here, gonna stay x. And let's divide negative 6 by negative 2. Negative divided by negative is positive, and 6 divided by 2 is 3. Oh, look at that. I have 2x minus 3 is repeated. That means I'm on the right track. My goal is to come up with the same amount so I can use it as a greatest common factor. So I'm going to use the 2x plus 3 as a greatest common factor. And what's left here? The 5x minus 2. And that's exactly how you factor this beautiful trinomial.